Man with a fuzzy gray beard mumbles a prayer. He looks as tired as everyone else in the tavern, but determination is stamped upon his haggard face. What can I do for you? Who is that boy? That one? Kiado the Shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy and his faith is strong. He serves Aristil, though, but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. What kind of help can I expect from you? First, I sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself, I'm too old, and my powers are needed here. Do I have enough money to make another character? I almost do. I might need to make a cleric, chat. Clerics in Pathfinder are crazy good healers.
Follow my lead.
We're Staunton. The dwarf resembles an abandoned city. This is the guy who got seduced by the succubus lady, and then, like, it led to another city falling. The dwarf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the great garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumors about me... His face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as his smile grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me is true. I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. Do you know where I could find him? The Storyteller? He strokes his beard. Strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he's alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Blackwing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there day and night. Blackwing Library revealed. What do people say about you? They say I'm a traitor as bad as Erilu Vorlesh, that I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned, that Queen Galfrey should never have spared me, that I belong in the gallows. Why do they hate you so much? You really don't know. He gives you a long, morose look that sighs. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in the fortresses on the edge of the World Wound, instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the Wound, the mighty, unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity, I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried, they wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I had done, so that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I have fixed nothing, and I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Spit in his face, Jesus. My character's good. My character's neutral good. So I'll do the good thing and say, I hope you earn forgiveness. Thank you. From the depths of my soul, I thank you. But I haven't had hope for a long, long time. So many years in the condemned. Surely you've paid your penance by now? Now, he's a dwarf, chat. Dwarves live hundreds of years. That's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. He falls silent for a moment, and then in a trembling voice adds, the condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I have prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the Father of Dwarvenkind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I've lost, but just to tell me that I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? Ouch. I'm curious if I exhaust all the dialogue, if he will possibly join the party. So even though I already know the answer to this, I'm going to click it. A whole city fell because of you? How is that possible? What do you mean, how? The night glares at you from beneath his furrowed brows. If you don't trust the word of a condemned, go ask somebody else, like my little brother Joran. And if you still don't believe me, what's it to me? But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for the 1000th time, don't. You really don't have any friends. I couldn't have survived this long if I was completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they think they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. I have to go. Go on, then. Maybe we'll see each other again. Alright. Is that my storage chest? Yes, it is. Okay.
As it should be.
Anyone who's played this, I'm gonna ask for the teensiest of spoilers. Am I gonna meet a monk? Or sorry, not a monk. A cleric in like the next short future? In the short-term future? Oh, there's our money. 1,000 gold coins as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Horga Squirm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation... I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. What do you mean, someone like me? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze and then lie down drunk in the gutter? Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps? Noble of heart, but without a coin to your name? He sizes you up critically and then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those mongrel caves, so why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it? Succeeded at perception. Horga seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria behind his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. Oh. This might cost me the job, but I like this response. Noble birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask that you refrain from such statements in the future. He puts his hand on his hips. Really? How impudent. No one dares tell Horga Squirm how to address the rabble. He's just gonna act like I didn't say that. What does the job involve? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Chat, do you get to the Cloud District often? Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. Yes, a cleric will join the party after you finish this chapter. Oh, nice. I had a question if they could get in this game, but I don't know what class a gnome would be good at. Gnomes have a minus to strength, so I would pick something not strength-based. I mean, you could, but you would have a minus. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they have no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. What's the reward? 1,000 gold coins. That's a really low chance. That's only... I would have to roll a 16 or higher. What is that, like a 20% chance? No, okay, so I'll take it. All right, deal. Marvelous, most excellent. His face relaxes. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. The mansion has been revealed. Oh, cool, that unlocked a location. You will roll a 15. Possible. Zhernak. A young man in well-worn traveling clothing and a simple wooden symbol of Aristil in his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Zhernak, servant of Aristil, pleased to meet you. You're a brother in faith. You didn't pick the best time to come here. I believe in fate, and if I wound up here in this place and at this time, I believe it's for a reason. Perhaps old Deadeye brought me here so I could help a little, so I could heal at... Oh, my guy worships Aristil too. So I could heal at least a handful of the wounded. Or maybe before I start my service in a quiet little village somewhere, he wanted me to see with my own two eyes what terrible evil exists in the world and the brave crusaders who protect us from it. I could use the help of a cleric. He makes a helpless gesture. Aristil knows I'd be happy to help, but it's no use. My spells are depleted, and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. What are you doing? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal, but there is a reason people say have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. I like this guy. He's practical. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Kenabres. I was sailing down the old man of ours, the Great Selin River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself, but I ended up staying in the city longer than I bargained. Chili Creek? It's a small fishing village. It's not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest, and have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. And the world wound is a stone's throw away, so I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my god and my people. Once we've held Kenabris, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the good gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village there on the great bank of the river. Chili Creek revealed on your map. Okay, we got a new location. Aren't you a young and inexperienced cleric afraid to go to the world wound? I won't lie, I am afraid, but what can I do? Those villagers are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. That's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me, like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world, the young man says with a smile. Or maybe even 100, why not? But I don't have time to spare. So I want to live my short life in the place where I'm needed most, even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. May Eris still watch over you. I really like that character. Just, he's practical. To the basement. What's in the basement? Is this the building that had the portal to the other place? No, it's not. Whoa. Surrender thy soul to... What? Iomade, protect us! Ha, got you again. How many times is that today? Is this guy using magic to play with his shadow? Easy there, Chief. Don't hit me. Oh, did I just I leveled up talking to the cleric. Alright, we're putting that in Druid, of course. Put a point in that, and we'll get Arcana next level. Actually, I'll go ahead and get that right now, and then I'll go back to that later. Alright, what's the mount stuff? Spirited Charge. When mounted and using the charge action, you deal double damage with melee weapons. You gain the ability to trample enemies while riding your mount. If the trample is successful, your mount deals damage to the target knocked prone by the trample is as if it was hit by a natural attack. Mounted combat. I've already got mounted combat, I'm pretty sure. You may add your base shield the bonus, include the bonus for shield focus to your mount's AC. That requires shield focus. It might be time to get a weapon proficiency. I originally wanted longbow on this guy. Does this give longbow? Yes, it does. Alright, that was the original plan. Let's do that. Oh, we got a new line of spells, too. Alright, and Chip leveled up. His is a much easier level. What does he have so far? He's got power attack. I could get cleave, combat reflexes, weapon finesse, weapon focus. What's up, Season? Let's see. +1 bonus on all attack rolls you make with a selected weapon. He does 4 claw attacks and 1 bite per round. So if we can add +1 to the attack of his claw, that is going to benefit us 4 times per round. So I think I want to do that. Focus those claws, buddy. Alright, do I have a spare longbow? I don't. I'll have to get one. Yeah, that's why Smilodons are pretty insane, is because they do 1 bite, 4 claws every round. None of the other animal options, like the mammoth, the bear, the the velociraptor, the triceratops, none of them do that. Wow, we were just like taking everything. What is this? What is that doing? And why is Chip the one pulling the lever?
Becoming distracted leads to becoming
Woljif.
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something.
Oh, he's a pretty boy, isn't he?
Really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out.
There's voice acting, chat. It's someone important. Main character, no jutsu.
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Your shadow. What was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter?
Yes.
Don't get hung up on the past, Chief.
It matters.
Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
What do you want from
I'll
me?
lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations, no problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff. If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
He rattles his chains and gives you a meaningful look. What do you think, chat? This dude that's clearly a criminal and wants us to be criminals. Wants us to try to break him out. APOC, I trust him. One nope and a lot of yes. How would I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy, Woljif, locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
New arrival. This guy has got a silver tongue. I'll think about it.
Well, think fast. I'm already losing feeling in my legs sitting here.
Oh, I can't just walk away. I have to say it first. Alright, I'll talk to Irabeth.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the...
Now, if he's a thief, though, he's gonna be like the same class as, Wait a minute. Wait, there's 3 levers on the wall.
I know what to do.
Okay, they're all up. What's this? The button won't budge. What if they're all down? Casually looting supplies in front of the guards. I'm a crusader! Is there any hints on the walls? There's only 3, alright. There's only 3 switches, there's not that many combinations.
That is not far.
Button won't budge. Oh gosh.
No mistakes.
Won't budge.
I am prepared.
Won't budge. Won't budge.
Focus on the goal.
Won't budge.
Ready for anything.
Oh.
Time's not waiting.
Whoa, what was that noise? There we go. If there's only 3 switches, there's not that many combinations. Yellowed letter. Silver inkwell, fine feather. Oh, dang. Helmet. What does that do? Let's see. +2 charisma. I think that would help the paladin more than me. All right. 3 points. Let's get 1 point in any of each of her class skills first. Welcome, new arrival. Hello. All right, I want her defense as high as possible. Does she have dodge already? Shield wall. Tower shield proficiency. I think I'm gonna go for that. Whenever the paladin uses lay on hands to deal damage, they're no longer fatigued, no longer shaken, no longer sickened. I'll use it on fatigue. Actually, no, I think shaken has more of an effect. In the dungeon, you three separate buttons and a locked iron door. After the 10th attempt, the guards start chuckling as one takes the pile of coins on the table and stuffs it into his pocket. The more they put more gold on the table and return to watching you. Oh wow, I didn't see that. So they were placing bets. Divine health. The paladin is now immune to all diseases, including supernatural and magical diseases and mummy rot. Cool. All right, the shaman. She's my only lock-picking person, so we need to keep building that up. So her main thing is to be this accomplished sneak attacker. So she's like a rogue and sort of a healer at the same time. That is wild. And her main skill right now is a rapier. What do we want? +2 to persuasion and trickery checks. A new arrival. Welcome, new arrival. Hello. Oh my god, dude, there's so many options. What is a piranha strike? I don't know what this is. When rolling a light weapon or any other weapon that can be used with weapon finesse, you could choose to take -1 penalty on all melee attacks, so you gain +2 to damage rolls. Oh, it's power attack. It's dexterity-based power attack. Warrior priest, +1 initiative, +2 to concentration. Does she have weapon finesse? Is this what she already has? What does she already have? Armor proficiency, medium, light, simple weapons, a healing thing, hex. She does have weapon finesse. Skill, focus, trickery, courtier background. Okay. I don't want to do weapon focus because we might replace her weapon later on. Speaking of GMs, I get really nervous when my GM does a secret dice roll. Oh, we know. We love doing that. Sometimes just roll and look up at Smile, and then you're like, what? And you're like, what's your perception? And no matter what you say, we'll be like, okay, nothing. I love it. Oh, delicious. Absolutely delicious. Just, like, there's nothing in the room. We just like to do it. Oh, God. Alright. Let's get Deceitful. Everything else, I'm not sure what I'm gonna use her for. Like, I don't know if she's gonna stand the test of time for my party, so we'll see. All right. Well, we solved that little puzzle. We got some stuff, and let's go back up here. Bag of something here. All right. Is it finally time to go outside? All right. I'm gonna tap quick save. Go out there. All right. What's over here? It's wild to me that Chip can go loot things. I was expecting when I left the tavern for it to make me, like, build my party. Ask Irabeth about the road. Tamanson! Holy crap, thank you, buddy. Mukluk Douglas thought it'd be Reginald Esquire the 4th, this is Johnson Festivals the 3rd, August, you, Javeir 04, Ian 19, Malaxi, Faden, Emmett 808, Dotto, Wirga, Zimu, Misjack Valentine, Arkmind, and Dexus Chan to the lab. Hope you enjoy your stay. Entertainment is on the way. Crank up the speakers, don't touch the beakers, giveaways every week. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. Thank you. Hashtag free Wojtek. Joran Vane. New face of the city. You picked a good time to come to Canebra. Says you can see we're in sore need of warriors. Show radiance to Joran. Do you recognize this sword? Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made this with my own hands. There's my brand. The dwarf carefully takes the sword in his hands, gazing at it like a doting father. Oh, Yaniel, things have been tough without you, but at least we've still got your sword. That's something. The Joran returns the sword to you. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted. They break, but sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm no authority on these things, but something like an echo of the deeds done with that weapon, or more like the reflection of the wielder's soul, I don't know. I will say one thing, take care of that sword. Yaniel may no longer be with us, but the demons will still remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. Okay. Man, he just gave it back, too. Oh, wait, this is Staunton's brother? How is Staunton to blame for the... By the way, on that topic of chipping weapons, I'm going to weeb out. Anyone here read or watch Goblin Slayer? I love their desire to go for realism with weapons in that show. Like, he'll sharpen his sword, and he'll be like, this is good for cleaving maybe two, maybe 3 goblin skulls before the blade is too dull to work on a 4th one. So, like, he'll use his sword on, like, 2 or 3 goblins, and then it'll usually get stuck in one, and he'll just kick the goblet away, take the goblin's weapon to kill the next one, or pull out, like, a knife or something, on and on and on and on and on. So he'll just go through, like, 10 weapons over a battle because they, like, blunt and break and chip and all kinds of stuff. Skip the... Oh, yeah. But I was just talking about the weapon scene, but yeah, you know. He also buys discounted non-magical weapons too. Yeah, he said that he totally expects to die by goblins one day, and he doesn't want them to get good loot. How dark is that? He is planning for the day he dies to small creatures, and he doesn't want them to get good equipment to kill somebody else. So he fights with crap gear. Let's see. The scabbard's all worn. We can't be having a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make you a new one if you like. If the city stands strong and we both survive, come see me again and I'll have it ready, no charge. Are you Staunton Van's brother? Yep, where he goes, I go too. That's how we've always done it, even before the world wound. I forge the armor, he goes into battle and breaks it. He brings it back to me, I repair it and make it better than before. Everything's changed since then, of course, but that part has stayed the same. How is Staunton to blame for the fall of Dresden? I've told this story so many times already. Well, telling it one more won't kill me. He sighs. Dresden was built after the First Crusade, back when it seemed like victory was ours for the taking and that the demon invasion would soon be at an end. The population of old Sarcosis was thoroughly diminished, and many of them hoped to see the hard fighting repaid with a small plot of unclaimed land. Dresden was a fortress built on all our hopes and on Mendev's ambitions, though you're not supposed to say that out loud. What a city it was, Mukluk, you can't even imagine. It was built by the finest engineers from the Five Kings Mountains. Queen Galfrey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be the capital of the Crusade movement, a monument to its glory and a beacon of hope for all of Galarian. Heroes were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over. Taldor, Garin, Tianzia. I couldn't list them all. A relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there, the banner that had been carried into battle by Yomade herself. back when she was still human. The banner protected the city and kept the demons